In my office, which is not very big, maybe 8 by 10 foot at best. It's not very big at all. I have a chair. I have a desk that basically goes around the perimeter and bookshelves, but my chair is probably different than anybody else's chair in any office because I have it customized, if you will, just for me. It's at the proper height. It's basically a stool with arms with wheels on it, casters. And it's at a height, it's tilted to where you're not really ever completely seated. You're basically leaning into it at an angle that for most people is pretty uncomfortable. If you're taller than me or you're not used to it, then it's going to be pretty uncomfortable. It's not a seat you'd want to be in very long. Nobody likes it. People come into my office and they'll leave me notes, or they'll leave me a voicemail, or IT has to come in, or security cameras, and there've been several people said, I hate your chair. I don't like your chair. And, in jest, sometimes I will tell them, well, it's my chair. This is my office. It's my job. I don't go into your office and try to sit in your chair. It's perfectly designed just for me. I tell you all that to let you know that there are 2 seats in heaven that are pretty much the same way. One is called the judgment seat of Christ. That chair is designed for one person. That's Jesus. It's his seat. It ain't mine. It ain't yours. It belongs only to the one who qualifies to judge, and that's Jesus, the Son of God. I remember one instance in the New Testament where James and John, the sons of Zebedee, their mother had asked Jesus, can they sit with you in your kingdom? And, that sounds like an elevated place. And Jesus basically said, only if they can endure what I'm going to endure. And then they backed off that suggestion. Listen, y'all, Jesus is the only one qualified to sit in that seat. And there's another seat. Hebrews tells us that Jesus is seated at the right hand of the Father. Nobody else can sit there but him. He qualifies. He's the only one. And you know what he's doing there? Making intercession for me and for you. Yes, he will. He's going to judge our works. That's what the judgment seat of Christ is for. Because nobody can judge each other because we don't know everything. He does. But in the meantime, he's making intercession for people he loved enough to die for. And that's me, and that's you. So listen, those are his seats. They belong to him. Let him do what he does. He's Jesus. You don't have to be. Thank God.